All right, Capricorns, welcome in. This is your monthly reading for May 2025. And I'm kind of racing the sun here. I was trying to get your reading done before the sun sets. It's a beautiful day here, so I have the window open, so hopefully it is not too much noise for you all. But welcome in. How are you all doing? This is Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Capricorns. So we are going to tap in and get some good information, guidance for you all that can help you in the highest and best way. Okay, so we are in the month of, we are in Taurus season. So that is the season of the bull. So for the monthly themes and reflections this month, they are stability, self-worth, and money. So those are the three kind of terms to reflect on, sit with. What do those mean to you when you think of those, like when you think of money? What does that bring up for you? Does it bring up anxiety, fear, kind of, or does it bring up, hey, good feelings, positivity, luxury? Because the themes and reflections of the month are kind of areas where we can help expand, use the season of that energy to help support us in those areas. But the biggest thing is to dive deep into the root of if there is any sort of belief systems around those things that are blocking you, right? We want to help to integrate any traumas or beliefs that aren't serving you. So, if you are a person who, says a lot, oh, I can't afford that, or I'll never have $1 million. That's just not, again, those are beliefs that are blocking you from your highest potential, because we all are worthy of infinite possibilities, all the universal abundance. So, and we had a flyer here, so I'm going to take that. That's the temple path. All right, so I wanted to hit the monthly reflections. I started that last month, and I'm going to be adding those to every monthly zodiac readings. Just something, again, while we're in the season of that sign to kind of tap into those energies. All right, let's take a look here. If you are interested, I have some openings available for personal readings. You can schedule something on my website, which is linked below in the description. All right, so we have the temple path first. We have rest and rejuvenation. And the world. Okay, so I feel like this is kind of like the calm before a big, I don't want to say a storm. To me, the world is more about new beginnings, closure of something and opening of something new. So something in May, there's this like period of kind of just like, hey, rest, rejuvenate, take some time off, because I do feel like there's a big shift coming. Like you've completed some sort of energetic cycle and are opening up something new. And I feel like part of that is you've kind of been along this temple path, which kind of references like this knowledge path or spiritual path. Like you've been following and expanding your awareness, opening up, connecting more to your higher self, your intuition here, and getting information. And I feel like your wisdom from a spiritual standpoint is really kind of elevated here. And I feel like too, the rest and rejuvenation is time to integrate some information, knowledge, downloads, experiences, lessons learned. And when you're integrating it, and then all of a sudden the world card is about, you've reached kind of a pinnacle of like something new, something big. So I feel like this is what's happening in May throughout the month. Kind of we're integrating things, information, lessons, and kind of resting. There's going to be kind of a quiet period, and then all of a sudden the world card indicating that shift. So let's tap into the tarot. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is could have been a long road. If you've been working on something to help shift, maybe it's manifesting or kind of, again, trying to bring about some sort of change, I do feel like you've been diligent. You've been doing the work, putting the effort in, kind of just focusing on, you know, day to day, with the hopes of getting to a certain goal or getting some sort of, you know, it could be a sale or something too, depending on, yeah, Queen of Wands. So this could be business related, work related, the Hierophant, the Five of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. And then we have this Queen of Wands, and then look at that, the Wheel of Fortune. So you are reaching some sort of divine timing. Something's destined here that's unfolding. What's interesting, you know, it's kind of, I guess it's synchronistic that we're in Taurus season, which is about that money and the finer things in life. And, you know, a theme that's been coming up for a lot of the readings is around money and financial constraints. So there could have been some financial constraints. There could be something here. I do feel like this is more money related with the Five of Pentacles and this Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, because that can refer to you trying to grow something, build something, a business, you know, a client base or just sales or something from that perspective. But I feel like there's a shift in your level of commitment to something, or you're committing more to something here with the Hierophant. You're committing more to really shifting your luck or getting out of this financial conundrum or just period of maybe lack of abundance coming in to then manifest something. So it's almost like you go from lack to then some abundance here. And this really kind of ties into your emotional fulfillment. I do feel like there's a period of emotional fulfillment coming in May, and that could be tied to this World card. So let's get some more. So yeah, success here. We have success. So if you've been working on something that hasn't been successful, or you've been trying to reach that goal, I think that's coming here. Ace of Swords, getting that truth, that clarity. There's some information potentially coming in. You know, you could be getting clear on where you've been and the path forward. And there could be something too about like you've had success in some areas. Maybe other areas have been challenging for you, and you're kind of assessing, do I give up on this? Do I do something new? There's this moment of like reflection of like, do I give up? Because it has been a challenging road. This could be, again, work related. It's almost like I feel like this could be more work related. Let's see. Page of Swords, the Magician, and the King of Cups. So you have the King and Queen of Cups. So there is some sort of dynamic here that like comes together. It's like two people that are really just like work together great, especially from an emotional standpoint, personality. So you could be getting some sort of information. There's like information that comes in. Maybe you're getting recognized for something. Or you finally get that email or that text from a client or whatever it is that now you can celebrate. Like there's some piece of information that maybe you've been waiting for that you can now celebrate. You've definitely been manifesting some big, something big here, a new start, a new, again, with the Ace, that's like something new. But definitely manifesting. You have the Magician right in the middle of your spread here. We have the Knight of Swords. Something's going to come in really quick. Seven of Wands and the World. Yep, the World again. So yeah, something's going to come in quick For some of you, you might resist this at first, like, oh my gosh, like you've been wanting this to happen, but then all of a sudden it comes so fast that you're like, whoa, 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 I don't know if I'm ready. But you are ready, you've manifested this, this is divine timing. It's like, this is destined, this is the right time. And then there's like this ending, new beginning happening. So however that resonates for you. Let's see, what's the Page of Swords, Knight of Swords? The Fool. Yeah, it's almost like this is a real new beginning. So I don't know what this is. So this is taking you on a new path. It's going to come in quick. I think it's going to catch you off guard. Like, am I ready for this? It's almost like you have to take a risk with this. It's like, you know, fool jumping off the cliff. Like, okay, I don't know if this is going to be successful or like how this is going to go, but there is some sort of initial success to me why this is coming to you. So there's definitely some success here. Maybe you're just worried about like the long term of this, but why the resistance here? There could be resistance because of money again, like, and then the Empress just float. So maybe you're also, this could be like a spouse, wife, husband. This could be a marriage or a partnership where there's some sort of, like, now you have to think of, you have to think of the other person with this. And like, maybe if you didn't have to think of your family or a spouse, like you would jump in full-fledged, but now you have to kind of think of, oh, it's not just me anymore. I have to see what the other person thinks. You know, there's something there. The kind of like scariness is more around the other person and like the impact to others than just yourself. Or there could be someone in your life that is maybe resisting or like is pushing back on you in regards to this as well. Maybe you're feeling like other people are competing. This could also be about competition coming up. Like you feel like you're getting recognized, you're having success, but you're getting competition or like pushback from other people here. But with the clarifiers here, again, this seems to be more of like some sort of partnership here. So it could be a business partnership or like a personal connection here. So what's the world about? There's 2 world cards here, so something big. Yeah, you've been waiting for this. You've been waiting for this. And it's almost like, is this what I've been like, you've been waiting for something and this shows up and it's a little deceptive, like, well, is this really what I want? I've been wanting this, but this is unfolding a little differently than maybe you expected. But it's like it finally comes in and there's the fear and anxiety, like, oh, what do I do? You know, what do I do with this? Because there could be pushback where a spouse wants something different from you. They don't want, you know, they don't want you to do this or whatever, but you want to. So there's this like anxiety about like, well, what do I do? Do I forego, you know, this dream I had or I really want this or I want to do this? But so there's that piece to this. Let's talk to the King of Cups and Queen of Cups. What's with these two? Yeah, so these two, there's something about working a partnership here. This could be about building something together. So this could be like a business partnership where you're both really passionate about something and you want to go in on this together. It could be a romantic partnership, trying to build something or do something together, because there is some aspect to this about investing time and money into it, and do we want to do that? Or it's something that you've already invested a lot of time and effort into, and there's that contemplation of like, do we want to continue? Like, what path here? Yeah. Interesting. One more. Ace of Swords. Three of Swords. Ooh, Tower. Whoa, where did this come from now? This is like a curveball. High Priestess. Whoa, like this is coming out of nowhere. There's some, whoa, this is like totally different path here. So there could be a convergence of some different things happening at the same time that's also catching you off guard. That's where the fear and anxiety is. There could be some sort of truth that has to come out that you're worried about, like what the consequence is going to be. Like, this could create a tower moment and could create some heartache for you or the other person. But there's almost this sense of like, you know, that you have to speak your truth. This could be about speaking your truth about something that's been very challenging for you. Yeah. So this could go in a lot of different angles, like all tarot spreads. But, you know, if you're thinking of that angle too, if that resonates, for some of you too, this could be like a conversation that happens that triggers somebody. There could be someone that gets upset about something. They could be upset about your success. It could also be someone who has kind of a high ego here that is being called out, which creates some anger. But with the Fool, I feel like you kind of have to just like, you know, water off a duck's back here. And you may have to just like leave this behind, right? The World card is signifying, that really signifies like a big ending and new beginning here. So you could have to kind of like, the Fool, like you're going down a new path now. So this, whatever that situation was, you're kind of like, I'm leaving that behind. I'm not even going to entertain that or anymore. Because I do feel success coming in for you. I see abundance coming in. You've really been manifesting something new that you've been wanting to come in, and it's going to come in. It's just more of, there's like potentially other people or other factors that are kind of some hurdles, I could say, hurdles for you and really going down this new direction. All right, Capricorns, so that's an interesting story. I'd love to hear all what's really going on with you guys. But definitely hit that like button if this resonated for you. Subscribe if you haven't yet. But yeah, it'll be an interesting May for everyone. I feel like May is kind of a month it's almost like we had some difficult months, January through April. There's been a lot of intense energies, and now it's kind of like we're, I don't want to say coasting, but all of a sudden things are going to start to really kind of even out. Even situations that have been challenging, I feel like it's finally time where it's like, we need to sail away from this. And that's really what's going to happen in May. All right, Capricorns, thanks for joining in. But yeah, I thought I had something else to say, but I think that's it. Well, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.